Okay, here we go with another email. Hey Kurt, been a viewer. I'll keep everything private on here. No names or anything like that. Hey Kurt, been a viewer of your videos for quite some time. Thank you. Rather it be from your views on things to the videos from around Japan, it's always nice to see a new video. I wanted to message you after one of the latest videos I had seen about the suicide. While I'm not in the state of mind I've had a pressing problem for quite some time, going on nearly 8 years now. When I had made a trip to the hospital for something minor, I was finally diagnosed with agoraphobia, literally a fear of leaving home. I've only recently brought this up to anyone I've ever known online, as some of my closest friends are in fact from over the web. It's something I don't think anyone can completely understand. I'm well aware you can't give medical advice or things like that, but given the situation when it comes to friends, how do you think it would be the best to explain the situation? I want to slowly work my way back out into the world. Somehow doing too much at once, such as maybe going for car rides, can throw me into severe panic attacks. I've been on pursuit of activities to do outdoors to slowly acclimate myself back into the world, so to speak. I really hope I don't take up too much of your time, and you can respond in whatever way you wish, if at all. Thanks for your time. Is this the same person? Same name as the email response I just did. I'll have to check the email addresses. If so, my answer is basically the same. Did you say how old you were? Now, you didn't give me a lot of information in terms of your situation. So here's what I'm going to say. It's my standard answer to these types of things. I mean, you're probably going to be able to guess on it. Guess what I'm going to say. My disclaimer, I'm just a guy in the woods. I don't know shit. That said, imagine me as an older brother. You know, what would I say? I would say, one, find out if it's something that needs to be treated medically. You knew that was coming, right? Two, if it's not that, and then a little qualification on that. This letter response is coming out almost exactly like the one I just did. A qualification on that. Even if you don't get a clean bill of health, maybe there's something on there that says you've got something, and I don't want to give you examples necessarily, but if it's something that's relatively minor, you're still functional, but something that's there, watch out. I mean, it may be real, but watch out using that as an excuse for not living your life. If you latch on to something like that, something small, and say, well, that's why I can't do everything, and nobody ever says it that way, but that's the way people live their lives sometimes. They basically give up, and they have the excuse of, well, I can't do it because I've got some, XYZ disorder or something like that. I'm not belittling it, but there are serious disorders that can stop you from living. I used to work with people with cerebral palsy. I mean, if you've got cerebral palsy, you've got an excuse to have some serious limitations. But I've known, I spent 4 years of my life with 6 adults with severe cerebral palsy. I mean, none of them could walk. Severe mental dysfunction as well, challenge there. Yet they were struggling to become independent, and they could do more independently than a lot of people, within reason, within a lot of people who seem to be perfectly capable of just giving up otherwise. So what I want to ask you to do is watch out for that. Watch out for latching on to something that might be an excuse. People are really good at rationalizing themselves into living no life at all. Okay, once you're clear on those things, then I'm going to give you my standard recipe, my standard advice, because it's all I've got. And I call it the Path of Wildness. It's basically step off of the commonplace into the area that you're afraid of. And in this case, it's socializing, it's groups, it's other people. Begin in small steps. I have a video somewhere called Exploring Wild Places, and I'm in a wild place now. And how do you get into these places? Let's say you were scared. What a great word. Let's say you were frightened of the woods, right? How would you get deep into the woods as I am right now if you're frightened of the woods? Well, you take it in baby steps. Park the car down there, and then go up a little bit, follow a little trail up a little bit until you're in your comfort zone, and then go back. Come back a week later and go up a little further, and further and further and further. Slowly you get to the point where you pass this range. I've been here before, I've seen this tree, I know this waterfall, I know what's around the corner. Every step it gets a little easier. Likewise in life, so just go for it in that way. and then you'll begin to make your way out. If you're not already, begin to make plans to become independent. I know it's tough. I know things are tough in the United States, but you can do it. And people get on me sometimes and they say that it's harder now than ever before. That's true, but you can do it. Unless the United States is going third world on me, which I think you're from the United States. It sounds like you're from North America. As long as you're from the first world, I think you can still become an independent man, and that's key to all of this in my book. So try to make your way out to a goal of being living on your own, taking care of yourself within a reasonable amount of time. Now, given that your challenge is agoraphobia, it might take you a little longer to get there. And then expect to fall down along the way. Expect to get hurt. Expect to have setbacks along the way, but continue on. You can read my essay, The Path of Wildness, which explains my philosophy with all of this. You can write to me. I'll be happy to correspond and encourage you along the way. Get out my cheerleader stuff. I like to cheer people with the green. You go, go, go. You can do it. Live an independent life. Don't be afraid. You can be afraid, but don't let it stop you. And then make the best of the life that you've got. I don't know what your thoughts are on the big state of things in the world, but from my perspective, we get this one chance. I certainly don't want to waste mine, and I hope that you won't waste yours. Write to me and let me know how things go, okay? Okay, take care, friend. Good luck to you, all right? I'm rooting for you. All right. Go, friend. Yay. See ya.